Hello.
Good afternoon, Ritik Kumar.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
आप tell
One
me about
second.
yourself. आप अपने आप को introduce करिए.
एक सेकंड मैम, आवाज सेट कर ले रहे हैं, हाथ थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. यस मैम.
अपने आप
Am
को
I
introduce
audible?
करिए. Tell me about yourself.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. My name is Ritik Kumar. I belong from Hazaribagh, Jharkhand. I have done my higher schooling from Sri Ayappa Public School, Bokaro. After that, I completed my graduation from St. Xavier's Ranchi in BCom Accounts Honors. Since then, I am preparing for civil services. Uh, During my early school days, I was active in co-curricular activities. I also participated for district Kung Fu Wushu Championship where I was gold medalist. And my hobbies are playing volleyball, watching contemporary movies, and cooking North Indian cuisine.
What is your hobby?
Playing volleyball, watching contemporary movies, and cooking North Indian cuisine.
What do you mean by temporary movie? Can you explain?
Contemporary, contemporary movies, ma'am. Contemporary. That means movies which releases recently. Accordingly which releases जो इस साल रिलीज हुआ हो या फिर आस पास में रिलीज हुआ हो. मतलब लेटेस्ट मूवीज, आई मीन टू से लेटेस्ट मूवीज.
तो वो लेटेस्ट मूवी आपको कैसे हेल्प करेगा ये सर्विस में? I mean, your hobby is watching movie, right? So how come
Yeah.
वो मूवी आपको कैसे हेल्प करेगा? ये सर्विस जो आप ज्वाइन करोगे तो वहां पे उसका क्या रोल प्ले है?
Not all movies, ma'am, but in recent time, Bollywood is also making some movies in regarding hot topic. Like a few years back, Article 15 movie released. In that, there was discussion about hot topic regarding discrimination and caste-based
Ritik,
violence.
can you explain Article 15 of the Constitution?
Yes, sir. Article 15 talks about that nobody will be discriminated on the grounds of sex, caste, gender, place of birth, descent.
In your opinion, reservation is right or wrong?
Sir, in my opinion, it's right. Uh, but there should be some, like in OBC, like there is creamy layer. So that type of barrier should be there, that those person who have already reaped the benefit of reservation should be discarded out of it. And the person who are in really need of it should be able to enjoy the real benefit of reservation.
You have done graduation in commerce in account honors. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you think about the administrative service after doing commerce? How can you help us with your subject in the administration?
Sir, regarding that, that all the yojnas and programs of the government are indirectly related to commerce only, commerce, funds, and other things. Uh, Also, I have studied economics also in my graduation and to 11, 12. That will be beneficial. I have real knowledge. I have some knowledge about budget, finance, and other things which will be beneficial for the government and its working.
Ritik, right? Now, Ritik, can you tell me when you were preparing for JPSC, what was
Yes,
the
ma'am.
main thing for JPSC to appear in JPSC and to complete JPSC? Intelligence or hard work? What do you think has the main power?
Ma'am, both things. Without hard work, intelligence is nothing. It's hard work is necessary for intelligence also. Both things are necessary.
Intelligence or hard work?
More hard work and intelligence also, but hard work was more necessary, ma'am. I applied hard work more because belonging from commerce, I have very little knowledge about all this thing about polity, economics, not economics, polity, history. So I have to study a lot. From starting, I have to study. So hard work was there, ma'am.
Okay.
Your father is working in Nagar Nigam, JE Nagar Nigam.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between
Yes, sir.
Nagar Nigam and Nagar Palika?
Nagar Nigam, sir, municipal corporation and
And
sir,
municipality.
sir, municipal corporation is for big cities uh, with population more than 10 lakhs, and municipalities are for those cities which have population up to 1 lakh and 10 lakh.
क्या आप अपने क्षेत्र में कभी गांव विजिट किए? झारखंड तो ग्रामीणों का पूरा राज्य है, कभी गांव गए आप?
Yes, sir. I have visited my village many times.
In Jharkhand?
Yes, sir. Badka Gaon, Jharkhand, in Hazaribagh district only.
Jharkhand. Do you think tourism may be a main thing of Jharkhand? मतलब in future, if government wants to create tourism industry, then I can just suggest one kind of thing is there. Jharkhand can earn more money from tourist industry. Do you think?
Yes, sir. In upcoming days, there is potential in Jharkhand of tourism because in my village also there are several waterfalls and small hills that are unnoticeable. If some expenditure is done in that area, that could be a light spot in upcoming days. But currently, it seems that there requires a lot of work and strategy in tourism sector in Jharkhand, sir.
Ritik, what do you think, according to you, is good governance?
Uh, Good governance, according to me, is, ma'am, that sorry, ma'am, I can't recall that.
No worries. Okay. What kind of service are you opting for, like administration or public?
My first preference is, ma'am, administrative services. After that, it's municipal services.
Why not public services? Why administration services is your priority?
Ma'am, because being an specialist job, Jharkhand Administrative Services provide wide opportunities to play various roles for the upliftment of society, its people. One person gets a dynamic position to explore the sector, the government sector.
Can you say something about the Sri Lankan economic crisis?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are several reasons behind that the situation Sri Lanka is facing today. The major being the swiping tax cuts. In recently, it reduced its VAT, and due to COVID, there was huge loss in tourism, which is a very high revenue sector in Sri Lanka. Also, sir, the freebies that Sri Lanka distributed without thinking its impacts, the loans that it has taken from external financial agencies, all these reasons summing up has created this situation in Sri Lanka, sir, today.
भारत में कई राजनीतिक पार्टियां फ्री स्कीम ला रही,
Yes,
झारखंड
sir.
में भी फ्री स्कीम है, क्या लगता है कि श्रीलंका वाले हालत हो जाएंगे?
Sir, I don't think like that that will happen because India has its strategies streamlined. The freebies are there, but there are restrictions too. And like Sri Lanka, there are very external factors which normalize things in India, and its states too. There is lot of restriction from constitution in their boundaries are there that restricts from this extravagancies
You are
which
from
would happen.
Hazaribagh, so say something a speciality of Hazaribagh which is more than the other district, something extra.
Something extra, sir, like in tourism or, sir, which sector? I am not getting that.
You could just
Uh,
elaborate about Hazaribagh that makes it special?
It's weather, ma'am. Weather it is surrounded by hilly areas. Uh, in in summer also the weather is quite calm here. The sites which one can see hereby, like the Hazaribagh Jheel, Canary Hill, its institutes. It has one of the oldest college of Jharkhand, Sant Columbus College, Vinoba Bhave University. Also, there are several schools like Indira Gandhi Residential School is there,
And
and
what are the problems
currently
faced in Hazaribagh or by the people of Hazaribagh?
uh, prolonged electricity cut is one of the major problem in Hazaribagh. The other major problem would be communal rights, which people faces here every year during Ramnami or
This
Muharram.
communal right thing is a factor for all over Jharkhand or Bihar as well. So why you are making it a special appearance in Hazaribagh itself?
Ma'am, because of it happens, I guess every 2 3 years it happens in Hazaribagh. Recently also in Bari, there was some situation of communal violence, and
Who is
a
responsible?
boy,
Who is responsible for this thing?
I guess the peoples and the people's society and somewhere the administration also.
You support namaz over loudspeaker?
So that is totally a religious belief. I would not comment on that.
But
But
you have to,
yeah,
I
noise
think you
pollution.
have to comment because you are going to serve the state. And suppose you are posted in somewhere as a video as administrative officers, and some kind of class is going on regarding dispute in namaz or Hanuman Chalisa, then what step should be taken by you?
Firstly, sir, I would like to speak with the head of that both religious communities, and I will like to balance a situation where both are happy, and we could strike a situation that uh, both the communities doesn't faces any discrimination in following their religious rituals and practices. And the next step would be that law and orders would be strictened in that area, particular area, if situation goes out of hand.
अभी झारखंड में भाषा को लेकर बहुत आंदोलन हो रहा था, क्या कारण था इसका?
Yes, sir. Sir, basically the reason is that exclusion of four languages, particularly Maithili, Angika, Bhojpuri, and one language I can't recall. The main reason is that there are speaker of that language also, but people in other areas, like in central and eastern areas, are protesting about exclusion of all these four Bihari languages. And the other side is that people who speak that languages, they are they are excluded from getting the benefits in appointment of third and fourth grade jobs. Like in Gadwa and Palamu, there is a lot of speakers of Bhojpuri and Maithili, but it has been excluded from the list of regional languages to be selected in the upcoming JSSC paper. So this is one of the reasons that there is some protest in this sector.
Okay, Ritik, can you tell us about the power crisis right now running in some states of India? Can you brief the reason?
Yeah, ma'am. The reason is actually the demand and supply gap which has been created. The demand of due to heat waves, the demand of coal has been raised, but the supply has been decreased due to the going Ukraine-Russian war, and also the less supply by the coal mines. Basically, the supply demand gap is the reason of this crisis, of this prolonged electricity cuts in several states.
What do you think, according to you, can help this situation,
Which situation, ma'am?
this power crisis situation?
About this, basically, it would take time because the upgoing war. in Russia and between Russia and Ukraine, because although India has a huge reserves of coals, but it relies on somehow import too of coals, and due to the war, uh, import has decreased, and also due to the previous year rain, coal mines have seen a decline in their reserves, in their production. So there would be a strategy required to tackle this thing. But the recent answer to this situation would be to use other type of renewable resources,
लेकिन
which could be
सार्क देशों में किस देश के साथ भारत की सबसे कम टेंशन है?
SARC, sir, with Bhutan, I guess. SARC, sir, Bhutan.
सार्क कंट्री में भूटान के साथ हमारी टेंशन नहीं है, आपको लगता है ऐसा?
Yes, sir, Bhutan के साथ तो नहीं है टेंशन.
मालदीव के साथ
और
नहीं है हमारी टेंशन,
in
मालदीव के साथ
yes, sir, also Maldives, but in comparison of Maldives, I will say Bhutan. Bhutan is more. We have good relationship with Bhutan.
अच्छा, नेपाल में भी क्राइसिस फिर शुरू हो गया. नेपाल में इंडिया should support economically to Nepal or not?
Yes, sir, it should support Nepal because it
लेकिन
has been
नेपाल को
supporting Nepal from.
चाइना के साथ मिलकर के भारत को परेशान कर रहा था.
Yes, sir, but this is foreign diplomacy. India should support Nepal, sir.
अच्छा, पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर को लेने के लिए भारत सरकार को वहां युद्ध करना चाहिए?
Sir, in any situation, war should be the last thing. The first most thing should be diplomacy and dialogue, as mentioned by PM for the Russia-Ukraine war. So war should be avoided as much we could avoid it. The best thing for this could only be diplomacy, sir.
What is your opinion of India's stand regarding Russian-Ukraine crisis?
Sir, I think that was a good opinion. India should stick on it and should not in line with any Western or Eurasian power, because the foremost thing for any nation should be its internal sovereignty and security.
Do you
And
think due to this
I
war
think
we are going to lose our another friend America?
no, sir, I totally don't agree with that. But yeah, some precautions would be there. USA would try some of its tactics, but USA also knows that India is the only counterpart which could balance China's futuristic and imperialistic sorry, sir, I can't recall. But yeah, sir, USA would create some problems, but it knows the importance of India in the geopolitical arena in this globally linked world, sir.
Can you tell us the old name of Hazaribagh?
Sorry, ma'am, I don't know. Old name of Hazaribagh.
Any famous temple of Hazaribagh?
Yes, ma'am. Narsingh Sthan temple is there in Hazaribagh.
And there is also one national park located in Hazaribagh, very famous.
Yes.
So, which
yes, ma'am.
animal species are protected in that national park? Can you tell us?
Sloth bear is protected there. Hyena, nilgai, and several types of peasants. Also, migratory birds are also preserved in an area 5 kilometers away from that. I guess Siberian cranes are protected there, ma'am.
Ritik, what was your hobby? Can you please recall it?
Playing volleyball watching contemporary movies and cooking North Indian cuisine.
Sorry.
Cooking North Indian cuisine.
क्रिकेट के अलावा बाकी सारे खेल में इंडिया पिछड़ जाता है, इंक्लूडिंग बॉलीवुड. क्या कारण है इसका?
Yeah. Sir, firstly, there are several reasons that cricket has beholded all the audience here. Also, the bodies which govern these sports are not well functioning. Less expenditure is made on for their skill development in these sports.
ये एक्सपेंडिचर
Also, people,
फुटबॉल में तो सबसे कम खर्च है कि एक बॉल खरीद लो, क्रिकेट में तो ज्यादा खर्च है.
yes, sir, but somehow cricket is emotionally attached with people's like with due to colonialism of British in India, cricket is somehow attached with people hearts. That would be the reason that cricket is so liked here.
Okay, Ritik. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank